Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you 5 marketing lessons to learn from Drake and Lil NAS X. And as you all know, this is a new YouTube adventure. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this content with your friends. Let's get it started. Number 1 is Drake. As we all know, Drake is someone who has spanned over 5-10 years in the music industry, growing as a popular icon, popular culture icon, in fact, from someone who started as a rapper to a singer. Drake has been reinventing his style and doing a whole lot of amazing things, setting trends, even introducing new cultures to the whole hip hop and pop culture business globally. So we're going to examine some of the marketing lessons we should learn from Drake. And number 1 is his creative marketing genius. One has to actually give credit to Drake's marketing team. Looking at how he started from his very first albums, the Thank Me Later eras, the Nothing Was the Same Time, we see growth. And not just growth, but the creativity that goes with the growth. You understand? OVO team and the rest of them really need to have a whole lot of credit. We see, for example, in this video, Energy, I think that was released maybe 2012, 2013, 2014 era. We see how Drake intelligently blends icons into the video. And that reaction alone, the reaction from that video was really impressive. Having playing people like Obama, playing people like Justin Bieber, those videos are really interesting in the way he tends to use creative genius to infuse his musical themes. It's not just about rapping and everything. It is how he influences his marketing intelligently. We need to learn those kind of tips from Drake. Marketing does not have to be rigid or textbook knowledge. We should be able to explore and experiment using trends from our era. If you watch the video very well, you are going to agree with me that his energy, the way he grew to be a meme king is very, very interesting, because there was a beef with Meek Mill and the diss tracks and everything, but people left the diss tracks and started reacting to the memes. We saw how Drake utilized the internet reactions, created a whole lot of memes about Meek Mill and the rest of it, laughing with Kanye and Will Smith. Those things are intelligent marketing tactics, well positioned to actually bring down Meek Mill's efforts in the rap battle. And that was very easy. It was a landslide victory, because some way, somehow, the internet can be used to persuade people. The internet can also be used to dissuade people. And I think Drake understands that very well. He also used the same trend when he was confronted with Pusha T's diss. We see how he just brought another trend. Kiki, hopping out of the car, do you love me? Those things quickly distracted people from the fact that, hey, Drake actually lost the battle. And before we know, people are hopping on the car train, dancing, and a whole lot of things like that. Tootsie Slide Challenge. We have to give it to Drake. His creative marketing genius and his creative team, they are doing so well. And of course, just recently he dropped TLB, I think a few weeks ago. And we see what he did while trying to outsell Kanye in a supposed battle of sales, album sales. Look at what he did there. Having all featured artists push out their billboards, promotional billboards in their home cities. From Thames to Jay-Z to everyone who was featured on that album, to Lil Wayne. You understand the whole thing, right? So it is important we learn how to employ creative marketing. It does not just have to be one blueprint, one straight thing. And of course, what he did during the COVID-19, I think that was just last year, when DJ Khaled released Popstar, we saw what he also did. We could actually feel there was a little bit of touch of Drake's creativity in it. You can't take out the fact that this guy is a creative genius. Having Justin Bieber play the role of the singer, of the main artist in Popstar video is actually very intelligent. No one has seen it before. How can Drake and DJ Khaled fly over to shoot the video when there are lockdown restrictions? But what happens? Justin Bieber was hired to actually play that part. So it's very, very impressive, because we've not seen that angle of video making before. In the video with Chris Brown, he actually credited Chris Brown for trusting him with a little bit of the creative concept, where he had to battle Chris Brown in a dance. That was just like an offshoot of them settling the beef they had earlier. So using that opportunity to, have a battle dance was just a humorous way to, quench off their beef. That was actually very intelligent. We can tell this guy is actually very good. He and his creative team, they are thinking and they're thinking smart. Another thing we should learn from Drake is reinvention. While a whole lot of rappers are holding tight that he's not the greatest of all time and he can never be the greatest of all time, time and after time, Drake has proven that he is reinventing and re-evolving on the market. From the likes of trap, the super duper flow, infusing songs, singing with raps, and a whole lot of that. It shows that Drake is actually here. Is a formidable brand. He has grown. Even the mumble rap version, collaborating with Future, we see him adapting a whole little bit of Afro music and a whole lot of stuff like the Afro beats, bringing sounds from the Caribbeans. These things are reinvention tactics. Drake is not static. He's working and he's working. A whole lot of his peers have actually hidden. They are just somewhere hidden right now. But Drake is still reinforming himself. So reinvention is one of the things that one must learn from Drake. Although a whole lot of people will call him a culture vulture or whatever. But it's important we see that this is someone who pays attention to market trends, discovering new sounds, and also giving other artists a push. The likes of Wizkid, Kayla, Popcaan and all of them. Popcaan, they are all, people who have benefited from Drake's exploration, wild exploration of sounds. So we must agree that as a business, we should be ready to reinvent ourselves, reinvent the brand, pay attention. Do you need to get on social media? Do you need to actually start taking certain structures for your business? Are you expanding? Do you think you should get staff? There are a whole lot of things. Do you want to get on these influencer marketing? There are a whole lot of stuff businesses should learn. Reinvention, basically. Businesses should not be bigger than their target audience. I think that kind of pride, getting bigger than your target audience, I think the reputation that comes is short-lived, or the relevance that comes is getting bigger than your target audience. Another thing we should learn from Drake is his ability to pay attention to market trends. Paying attention to market trends is very, very important. When he sees the future of hip-hop, what does he do? Kanye actually created a very beautiful niche of rapping and singing. Drake took up that trend, and a whole lot of guys are following. Rappers were seen as people that shouldn't be very mushy or soft. But Drake said, hey, if Kanye can do this, maybe I can even do it better. Who knows? So he set a trend that a whole lot of rappers are taking up and taking up intelligently. So one should be able to pay attention to trends without feeling too big or bigger than the market or the target audience. That is just one. We see him mixing rap, singing, and doing a whole lot of amazing things. This is him trying to spread his tentacles. Businesses should be able to reach expansion, learn from trends. That is one. And consistency is another thing that we've seen. Brand consistency. Drake has been consistent for a whole lot of while. We see his growth from the 2009s over at least 11 years or close to 11 years. And now to 2021, we've seen how he has collaborated with a whole lot of artists. Who has Drake not collaborated with? So his consistency and passion for his art and business. Passion. He is releasing a whole lot of artists who are supposedly the greatest of all time. Release a whole little songs and they go back. They release a body of work and they go back and hide somewhere. But Drake is not like that. For over 11, at least, if not close to 11 years, Drake has been in our faces, dropping things, releasing things, even in the face of rap beefs, of criticism, of condemnation. He doesn't just release one body of work and hide. We see this guy everywhere. This is somebody who loves this thing, this show business. So passion, always showing up, is really key for any brand or any business at all. All right, let's quickly look at Lil NAS X. Lil NAS X is someone who demonstrates a very important law in Robert Greene's 48 Law of Power. The 48 Laws of Power that is a very powerful document that discusses how humans should use power, access power, or court power. And one of those laws is cutting attention by all means. Lil NAS X is someone who is so controversial, but he actually mimics people who predate him, the likes of Michael Jackson, the likes of Madonna, the likes of Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Kanye West. These are controversial figures. And looking at Lil NAS X, he has been able to cut attention by all means necessary, getting people to talk because he knows social media is like a forest, a dry forest. A little touch and everywhere is lit. So he's able to understand the domino effect that works with social media marketing. Any little thing Lil NAS X does, some way, somehow gets to get fired up easily. It is because he understands the audience, and people always give him the reaction he wants. Controversial or controversy marketing. Post a video of him with a baby bump, post himself wearing a dress. I understand that his team hired bots, spam bots, to actually spam Instagram with, nah, he tweaking, nah, he tweaking, nah, he tweaking. Those are intelligent marketing. This guy is he's in everybody's faces, and he's getting the reaction. The ability to cut attention by all means. A lot of the Nigerian celebrities are also doing that, like, you know, the likes of Wizkid, you know, just trying to get people's attention, because the social media era is somewhere where attention is very expensive and people's attention span are very short. Even news sites, news blogs, and a whole lot of news networks are even catching up to this. Information is no longer information if it is not attentive, if it's not provoking emotion and stuff like that. So we see a whole lot of clickbaits everywhere these days. But Lil NAS X is someone who has understood that, hey, these guys would not listen to me if I don't get it controversial. Maybe I rock a baby bump today, or kiss someone tomorrow, whatever it is, or just appear at the Met Gala or the VMAs looking like, you know, looking like Superman or something. So these are the things we need to learn. Aggressive PR and passion. Passion is also one of the things that we need to learn from him, which is that against all the criticism and everything, he's still standing strong. So ladies and gentlemen, if we really want to get into this business, we should get into it because we love it, number one. Not just because we want to make money, because there are a lot of things that would question the reasons why I've entered the business. You understand? So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learn from these two guys. It's just a quick run-up. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe, like, or share. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. This is my YouTube channel, and I'm Greene.